Good.
Good afternoon, people. Happy Thursday.
How you guys doing?
How's your week going? Hopefully very well
Yeah.
and safe.
We're coming up on a weekend.
And it ain't too hot out there no more, people. It's beautiful. Enjoy the weather.
Okay, so what I want to start this with is I did a while ago I kind of made a point to show the difference between the United States news and Australian news, Sky News. And I highly recommend Sky News if you guys really want to see
It's
what
from
it's about.
Australia, yeah.
It's fantastic.
They're very smart people, and they pay attention to us up here.
Yeah, what it is they want us to be the power of the world because we take care of them. And they have no real skin in the game in terms of Republican or Democrat. They just want the United States to be powerful. They don't
Because
care.
we protect them. Yes.
They don't care who it is that makes it powerful. They just want it to be powerful.
Right.
Okay. And
Yeah, 'cause they're our allies, man.
I want to show you how dishonest our media is. I don't know if you guys actually paid any attention to the January 6th speech by Trump. And again, I'm going to stress it. I'm an independent. Okay,
We're independent, yes.
I like Trump because
What he's done.
we were improved to such a degree before
All of this bull crap.
COVID happened, and
Right.
we were doing amazing, record-breaking stock market numbers. We were
So we
doing.
had the economy booming,
We had the
energy.
the lowest unemployment rate among African American,
Yes.
Spanish
Mm-hmm.
women. Yeah, it was just phenomenal.
And
It was absolutely amazing.
women were working their way
Gas.
up in the business.
Let's say it like this: gas was $1.87. Okay, $1.87. Trump was smart enough to pick up pick up oil at that point at $20 a barrel. You know what Joe did in order to try to save his seats in the Senate? He actually pulled out. We haven't had a full reserve in centuries. No, it's not centuries. I'm sorry, decades. However, Trump actually filled our reserves to the fullest. Okay, at $20 a barrel. Joe went in there and took about 40% of it and injected it into the economy in order to make his numbers a little more impressive to keep the midterm seats.
Backfire.
Now, in order for us to replace that 40%, we're going to pay about $87 a barrel. Just to give you an idea, okay, of what this man did. That's
a
over
big jump,
four
people.
times what the actual price rate is.
Right. That's a very big jump.
Anyway, but forget that for a minute. Let's get back to the idea of the media. My point on the media.
How they lie and tell you everything that's wrong. They
Yeah.
don't tell you the truth.
Did you happen to see the original January 6th?
No. Oh, yes.
You saw the original
Yes,
speech,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know, during that speech, he turned around and he said, "We're going to march on over to the Capitol, peacefully protest." Okay, and he went through like literally. He said to do everything peaceful. Okay, for
Right,
about 3 minutes. And when he said we're going to fight,
the crowd peacefully. Right?
he didn't mean we're going to physically fight. If you listen to the actual speech,
Yeah.
what he meant is we're going to fight for the vote. Okay, we're going to fight to make the truth come out. No, it was actually about the truth.
Right.
Because they were trying to stop us. They were trying to stop them from, checking the ballot boxes and all of this stuff. So that's what he meant by we're going to fight. If you please, I beg you, if you don't do anything else after this, go and just watch his January 6th speech, but the real one in full, no edits, okay? And you'll see exactly what I'm saying.
Right, don't listen to the media what they're telling.
So after his indictment the other day, and by the way, he's got more charges than the Gilgo serial killer, okay? He's facing more time than a guy who chopped up at least 4 people, okay? Think about that.
As far as we know.
Think about that. That's how much they hate this man. But you know why they hate him? Because he doesn't follow suit with them. They're crooks. And
he's not.
You know who a crook hates? An honest man. A crook hates an honest man. Okay? Because you can't fool an honest man.
When he first stepped in, he disrupted them.
See, what makes...
Right?
No,
disrupted their...
Absolutely. He absolutely... Like he always says, he goes, they're not after me. They're after you. I'm just in the way. Okay? And I'm going to explain to you...
That's a good point, because it's true. They're after us American people.
Well, let me run this really by you, and you tell me what you think of this thought. Okay, so my grandmother was like one of the smartest people going.
Definitely.
And she would tell me that a crook can't get over on an honest man. Okay, and the reason is an honest man isn't looking to take an easy way. So in other words, you can't impress him with a number money-wise.
Right.
That's going to make him do the wrong thing. And that's exactly the same thing with Trump, okay?
And he didn't need that money. He didn't need to take their bribes and all that.
Exactly. That was the first thing I said. People were like, he's dishonest, he's corrupt. I said, how can you corrupt a billionaire? What are you going to, he's got $9 billion. What are you going to do, offer him 10? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. But
I don't care about your money.
Yeah, but did you get to see the actual, the CBS edited version?
No, that one I didn't see.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Okay, you're going to love this. I just surprised him
I don't
with
watch
this.
CBS.
Yeah, I just know, well, it was on primetime.
I know, I missed it.
I'm actually going to throw, what's the word I'm going to throw?
I don't watch CBS News.
I'm going to throw like a shout out to Jesse Helms. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. To Jesse Waters. The man is just an amazing thinker. He's got a great show. It's called Jesse Waters Primetime. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, whatever, it's really entertaining. And I suggest you watch it. I'm going to steal a little clip from him right now. But I just need it because YouTube took down every film clip that you could find of this. So this is the only way I can show it. And I think it's something that needs to be shown. And again, I'm not monetized here. I'm not making any money.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And I'm giving him credit. And I'm doing it as an informational thing. So, you can kind of get what I'm saying.
Because
now,
really you should know what's going on.
Yeah, just watch this a minute. Now realize what I said before. Trump went up there and said, we're going to march over and protest peacefully. He said, the other thing is, I don't mean to bring this up, but if the man wanted an insurrection, why did he offer Nancy Pelosi 40,000 cops? I'm just curious.
Oh, troopers?
Yeah, 40,000
right.
troopers.
Troopers.
He offered it.
The National Guard.
Right, exactly. That's 40,000. That's
right.
Exactly. And she said no.
Wow.
I mean, why would someone? That would be the equivalent of Putin turning around to Zelensky and saying, "Listen, I'm going to give you 40,000 soldiers because we're going to take over your country so you can help us."
Right.
I mean, think about it for a minute. It's the dumbest thing going. Anyway,
normal person would have said sure.
So listen,
in case.
you guys know my shit. My equipment is crap. Okay, it's absolute crap. So you might have to deal with a little hesitation here. But I'm going to pull it in. I'm going to bring us in a second. Hold
Pay
on.
attention now, people.
But really try to watch this.
This is the media that you watch.
Okay, so this is Jesse's show. This is Prime. It's called Jesse Waters Primetime. And
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
At night. He's independent too.
Why is ABC News, owned by Disney, deceptively editing Donald Trump's January 6th speech last night to make it look like he incited a riot?
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we fight.
There's your edit.
We fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol and we fight like hell. That's not what he said. They took a line from the beginning of the speech and a line from the end of the speech to make it look like Trump violently unleashed the crowd into the Capitol.
Precisely.
What he said was march peacefully and patriotically. They didn't include that. They doctored it. That was Pierre Thomas who fronted that package. Look at him, ABC News chief correspondent. That wasn't a mistake he made.
Absolutely.
He's been in the business a while.
Not a newsman.
That might be one of the dirtiest edits I've ever seen in my career.
ABC
ABC News should be ashamed of itself, and Primetime's demanding ABC address and account for it. And we have a request.
Primetime is a phenomenal show.
But why would they do that? They're supposed to be legit, right? Well, Limbaugh explained it perfectly years ago. Listen.
I know they desperately want Trump gone, and I know that they desperately want it codified that Trump cannot run again, because make no mistake, they remain scared to death of you, and they remain scared to death of Trump. They believe that they can destroy this bond that exists between you and Trump if they somehow make Trump look bad, make Trump look like a reprobate.
This is about criminalizing a man who represents half the nation, toxifying him with a blizzard of charges, deceptive smears, and salacious allegations so that he's so publicly scandalized that no one's going to touch him. That's their plan. And Georgia's showing its cards. The Fulton County Sheriff says if Trump's indicted, there's going to be a mugshot.
Unless someone tells me differently, we are following our normal practices. And so it doesn't matter your status, we have mugshots ready for you.
The sheriff better be careful what he wishes for. That mugshot might make the most famous man in America more famous. and we'll get to that in a second. But before we do, here's how
Anyway, so that's kind of what we were talking about.
That's pretty sad, right, people? That guy should be ashamed of
Peacefully
himself.
and patriotically. Peacefully and patriotically. Think about that. And if you guys, like, I didn't want to bore you with the speech. I could put that up here as well, but I didn't want to bore you with that.
Just watch it
If
yourself.
you really want to see it, I'll put it up. But you can just take a look at it on YouTube. I don't mind putting it up. I like listening to the man. The man is actually quite smart, and but that just gives you an
That's
idea.
exactly what he said, too.
That just gives you an idea of what's
going on out there.
Well, what length the media will go to.
Through.
They literally will lie. I mean, actually like lie. I mean,
they just proved it. I mean, they literally took out the wording.
But the stupidity behind it is even a child knows. Even like, a 3-year-old comes to you and you go, "Did you take the cookie?" And he looks, he doesn't realize he has like the crumbs on his mouth and shit. And he goes, no, I don't. But these guys,
all over his
these guys know they got the crumbs on their mouth. In other words, I can go to YouTube right now and look at, but they count on you not doing it.
Right.
They count on you not seeking out the truth. And when newspapers and
people.
Right, when news media outlets start to count on you not looking for the truth instead of giving you the truth,
it's gotten really bad.
That's when you have issues. That's when you have a government that's controlling a media.
I mean, think about it, people. You got up every morning. You used to get the newspaper, read stories. You watch the news. They tell you everything back then. Now, they don't tell you crap.
Well, right now,
they hiding the truth.
You know what? When government controls media, do you know what that is? That's totalitarian. Okay, that's the government is trying to run literally everything. Okay.
And that's not should be in our country, people.
Yeah, that's not who we are, man. Our media, the whole reason for having our news was to keep us informed of what's going on, and
everything.
Right, and if you're not keeping us informed and you're just lying to us to make us believe what you want us to believe, so we put the people you want in office.
And that's exactly what happened.
What kind of election do we have at that point? Why even bother with the election? Let's just let the media outlets decide who they want. They did it with the laptop in 2020. Okay, the laptop.
Yes.
They went around to Facebook. They went around to Twitter. Listen, you're going to be getting some Russian disinformation. Okay, probably it's going to be about Hunter Biden. This is what they said to them. This is exactly what they said to them.
And now today we all know.
Then the laptop comes up, shows up. If you think I'm lying, go back, look, research the Post for the 51 intelligence agents, highly decorated,
51.
Brennan, Clapper, all of these guys who turned around and said, "Oh no, it seems like Russian disinformation." They were on the front of the Post, stating in a letter that they thought it was classic Russian disinformation.
And now 4 years later, 5 years later, it's all false.
It's all true. The laptop was 100% true.
Laptop was true.
30 seconds. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying.
You want to say it? Go
no,
ahead.
I was just saying. Laptop was true. The other part was false.
And 30% of the people who voted for Biden said, if they knew then that this was true, that this laptop was real, they might not have voted for him. Okay? And I think, like, honestly,
that's a great percentage.
I think it's like 13% said they wouldn't vote for him. Okay, out of the 37. So, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just trying to show you how they manipulate.
The media, yes.
In reality, like Trump's up now for this indictment for January 6th.
And just like my brother said, he's up more charges than a serial
killer.
Than
a serial killer. I mean, think about that. But
a serial killer. Really, people.
But here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal, okay? So what they're saying about this January 6th thing is that he claimed that the election wasn't real, wasn't legit. Let's put it that way. I'm sorry, that's the word I was looking for.
And it wasn't.
Wasn't legit. Wait, but that's what he's claiming. And there were people who were telling him that it was legit, and he didn't listen to them. But at the same token, there were lawyers telling him it wasn't legit, and he was listening to them. So what's the law now? You have to listen to a certain law and not a certain lawyer and not the other one? Do we have like a list of names of lawyers that these are the ones you have to listen to, or else you'll be indicted if you listen to this one?
That's exactly what they're saying.
That's number one. So what they're not doing.
Two sides of the story.
Exactly what I was just going to say. Dude, way to freaking go, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit your watch.
Two sides of the story.
There's two sides to every story, okay? he didn't listen to one, he listened to the other. Supposing, now we're saying that it wasn't legit. I'm telling you, it wasn't legit because the FBI did everything they possibly could to make Trump work 10 times harder and to look 10 times worse. When in reality, the corrupt individual was the walking skeleton. Anyway,
he's our president himself.
Yeah.
Mr. Joe Biden.
Yeah. All of a sudden now, you notice he's got
He's
7 grandchildren, not 6. Anyway, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, he put the other one in there.
Yeah, he had to because his poll numbers are dropping every day. So now he's hoping to use the kid to try to get back up.
God bless us all.
All I can say is honestly, if you think that all of these charges are warranted, and I mean, again, when it comes to Trump, I get it. Not everybody likes him, but jobs are not personality contests.
You don't have to like him.
If your job is about personality, okay, then you've got a shit job. I'm sorry. I mean, no, really, it is.
It's true.
Well, some people go, well, what about an actor? An actor acts a whole different set of ways. Okay, they can act. They can be, one way, 1 minute, that's the way it is. But if your job isn't about what you know and how well you do it,
that's all that matters.
Then your job is shit. I mean, that's the truth. I'm sorry. Because if it doesn't matter how well you do your job, then your job just doesn't matter.
That's right.
Anyway,
with someone like Trump, and he did a good job for this country.
He was doing phenomenal.
Doesn't matter how much you like him or hate him.
We would have been in such a great situation at this point. It's just unbelievable. But regardless, okay, let's go on to the next. I don't know. I'm going to go on to the next subject. If you guys want to see the speech in full, let me know and we'll get it
put
up
it
here
up
for you.
January 6th. The full speech where nothing is edited out.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So what else are we looking at?
Well, I got an issue here.
Hit me with it.
Okay, because since we're bike riders, okay,
Yeah.
I ride a bike a lot. I'm pretty much 5-6 days a week I'm riding my bike.
Right.
Right? And how many times am I here with you, brother?
Well, I can tell you honestly,
right?
he comes in from Queens to Manhattan like 2-3 times a week.
There you go, man. And I even ride my neighborhood. Now, what I'm bringing up is 61. We grew up with no bike lanes. We have bike lanes now.
Worst thing they ever came up with.
It's so dangerous out there. But the drivers, and really, to all you drivers out there, you have to realize there's bike riders.
Really, watch your turns,
okay.
please.
The other
watch
day,
your turns.
when I was here with my brother, I was going home. Oh, nice and slow. I get to my neighborhood. There's a lady. All of a sudden, just coming. I see her coming. I seen her, so I slowed up and I stopped. She just went right into the lane like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So I pull over and she looks at me. I say, "You have to look." She goes, "I'm sorry." Okay, but do you realize that there's bike riders out there?
But
it's very dangerous.
Well,
very dangerous.
Listen, I 100% agree with what you're saying. I 100% honestly agree with what you're saying. It's not just that danger, okay? So COVID came in and we got these restaurants out in the middle of the street now. And they have to cross the bike lane in order to get to these little huts that they've built. And so you're driving your bike, and all of a sudden, like a waiter who's not thinking about looking both ways because he's just done it 1,000 times, and he forgot this one time. Steps out in front of you. Now you got to like turn into people, or that's number one. Number two, now instead of looking both ways, you got to look both ways and then both ways again, because you cross the first 4 feet, which is the bike lane, and then you got the regular street with that. We got that little island. That's
very dangerous.
The other thing now this is something that's really pretty dangerous that most people don't even, I guess, conceive, is that parking. First, we lose like 4 parking spots per block because of this, and we have more cars than ever between Uber and Lyft and all of this. But in order to park on that side now, you have to park from the second lane. So
which is on the right side of the bike lane.
So all traffic is all going straight forward, and then it's all got to come to a stop in that lane so you can park your car. But you don't park from the back forward. So you pass the spot by, the guy behind you comes up too far, and now you can't get into that spot because he's too far up. Now you'd have to back everybody up in order to get into that spot. So now you're creating anger. There's just so much wrong with it.
There's so much wrong with the bike lanes. Yes.
Actually, you know what I got to do? I got to look
so many
up.
people, like you said, I'm sorry, like you said, when they stepped off the curb, they got hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because the
I
bike
was
riders,
bring that up, actually.
because bike riders are going really, really fast. And really, every bike ride I'm telling you out there too, go slow. There's no
Yeah.
need to.
And listen, I
There's
understand.
no hurry.
Well, no, there's times, listen, let me tell you something. Going fast is fun. Let's not bullshit. Okay? Going fast
Oh, it's
is fun.
fun.
But just do it in a safe manner. That's all. Just keep it safe.
Safe.
Don't kill any kids. Don't kill any people. Just
Watch
be safe
yourself
about it.
too, because I see bike riders go through
Yeah.
red lights. Don't
Yeah.
go through red lights because these cars are dangerous. Look, we got hit, and the sad part is
I got hit. Got it.
Yeah, the sad part is I was in a bike lane,
Yeah.
and the boy came over, and I saw him. So I made the turn with him because if I would have went and tried to front him, I would have been dead or under the car. So I made the turn. He whacked my back tire. I went flying like a freaking movie. I hit the parked car. Helmet on. I had everything on, but I bruised myself bad. They come right into the bike lane.
My case, I was driving down
I don't
Park.
understand that.
I was driving down Park Avenue, and an 18-wheeler turned up 83rd Street,
Yes.
and
Oh
my
God.
front tire got sucked under his two rear wheels, and I got sucked. The two rear wheels actually ran over my body, and it really screwed up my back and my leg to where like I was walking with a cane for a while.
Yep.
I'm now walking, and I have a little pain and stuff.
Oh yeah, we got hit.
But I
We
was using a cane for a while, man, and I'm actually in really good shape for the most part.
right. We are.
For 59 years old, I'm okay. I can,
Mhm.
up until this point, I was
We're in
great.
good shape. Yes, we are.
But
brother.
now, I can't throw my kicks anymore the way I used to. There's a lot I can't do. But
Yeah, I got that sciatic problem now because I got whacked. I was bruised on my left side. I got problems now on my left side.
but what I would
Okay.
say is, listen, it is fun. I'm not gonna, I'm not taking it away. I ride a motorcycle too.
Oh, it's
So,
fun riding. No,
I get riding fast as
I
fun.
ride every day.
But just believe that you can really do some damage to people if you catch them the wrong way.
Right.
You know.
And yourself.
Yeah, I wish they would really repeal these things and get rid of them because it was so much safer
When
just
you ride with
driving
the traffic.
traffic. Yeah, exactly. It was
Because
just so much safer.
Right. Because if you're riding with the traffic, even if you stay close to the side, you're riding with the traffic.
Yeah.
It's okay. You got to make turns. You put your hand out, or you look, you slow up, let the car go past you, or something. But these bike lanes are very, very dangerous.
Yep.
I just had to bring that up because we got hit. And like I said, I was just coming in today. And I mean, people are just, if I don't pay attention, I'm dead. I wouldn't be here talking to you because people just they go through the red light too. They go through a stop sign.
Yep.
Yo, people, car drivers,
Okay,
please pay attention.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
now I want to go somewhere else with this. So I want to get back to Hunter a minute. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this, but
No, I just have to bring it up because anybody who's a bike rider in New York, please be careful.
there's two things I actually want to talk about. Okay, first, let's go with the Hunter. So Hunter and his wife were renting a house in California. No, serious, I'm not kidding.
No, I
California.
know.
And supposedly, again, this is all, this comes from the actual owner of the house. This isn't, I don't know Hunter's
We don't
point
know.
of view or anything else. I just know what the owner of the house said. They wrecked the house, him and his wife. This is just him and his wife. I think her name is Melissa or something like that. They wrecked the house, okay?
Wow.
They broke the stereo when the people came to fix the stereo, because the stereo isn't like, like we think of a stereo, we think of a tuner, an amplifier, a
No,
turntable.
this is like a,
This is in the wall. This is all part of the house, like the way a refrigerator would be in a wall, It's all part of the
everything's hooked
house.
up to the wall and everything. Yeah.
So you got to get somebody special in there, and it's high-end shit. So, like they've got like graphic equalizers and this and that. So, and they have room to room, so it's not like just, we have two speakers put in the corners. They've got it all in the ceilings and in the walls and whatnot.
And bathroom too.
Yeah. So,
like in a little corner.
so when the people came to to fix the stereo, they were like really rude to them. They wouldn't give them access to the house. Then they just left without paying rent for 4 months. Okay, so if you had to guess what 4 months of rent on his house would be,
Oh my
what do you think it is? Okay, you ready? 80 grand. So
you say 50,000.
80 grand for 4 months.
Oh wow.
20 grand a month.
Wow.
So anyway, the guy turns around. The guy just was so happy to get rid of him. He erased the 80 grand. He was like, listen, just forget it. Don't even work. Just get out,
Right,
you know.
get the hell out.
And they left the house in a wreck, an absolute wreck. But this is what you just see. For some reason, when people hear Joe talking about him, they get this idea that he's the Ivory Snow kid, and he is, but not the way you think of it.
No, he's not the.
You know what I mean?
child.
But for some reason, people picture him as like,
he was the good
Joe. Let me tell you something, and this is something I really wanted to go into for a while, and I always forget to do it. But Joe Biden honestly does not like his son. Okay, he hates him. the son he liked passed away, Bo. Bo was the hero. Bo was the military man. Bo was the
he was the
was
good.
the medal winner, the
Right.
Purple
Educated,
Heart,
he
you know,
did
the works.
everything right.
Bo was the one who did everything right and then got brain cancer and passed away. And again, I don't wish that on my worst enemy,
Nope.
okay?
No,
I don't care how much I dislike the guy. You know, I don't wish that on anybody. You know, you're not,
No,
your child is not supposed to pass before you. It's just not supposed to
That's
happen.
your child, right?
But anyway, so Bo was his favorite, and then Bo passed away, so now he needed something to fill that void. Hunter didn't do that. Okay, Hunter, I guarantee you, there's a friend somewhere of Hunter's who took that space. But Hunter was a devious, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, just a dishonest person.
Very devious
And
individual.
Joe understood how to use that, and he used it well, because
Right, being rich.
yeah, he used that to gain a lot of wealth. Okay, because first off, Joe has never had a job other than the Senate. Senators make $150,000, $170,000 a year.
He's worth $40 million.
He's worth over $40 million with like 3 different residences, a $3 million diamond. I mean, come on now, please. But the thing about it is that everybody turns around and goes, "This is about a father and his love." Okay, and when you hear that,
the media saying all that,
you automatically picture, like, you know, a really wholesome, you know,
like a Hallmark card.
yeah, like that. What was that one with the farmer? The guy who paints those farmer, like the farmer with his wife.
Oh yeah,
You know, one of those type of things. And what you don't picture is a crackhead driving down a road at 175 miles an hour, doing blow, and videotaping himself playing with himself all at the same time. Now, don't get me wrong, that's freaking talent, okay? Because I don't think I could do any one of those things while driving 170 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know I can't.
I think I would just be concentrating on the road, but that's me. You know, I'm not brilliant like you.
And I wouldn't be going 170.
I'm not a hunter. Anyway, so Joe has had a lot of issues with Hunter over time, and those issues eventually make you frustrated, and he's got to come off like a good guy. He can't turn his back on his
Son.
drug addict son, so he's got to go the other way and scoop him in. So when you hear him talk about how he loves his son,
Right.
that's Facebook love, okay, Barty? Like, you know, when you're on Facebook, I love you, and then all of a sudden you're unfriended again?
And they don't talk to you for months?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I got a lot of family like that. Anyway,
hey, listen, the more the merrier.
yeah. But anyway, honestly, he does not like Hunter in
No.
any way, shape, or form, okay? And the other thing, if you notice,
Any parent out there has a kid like
Hunter
that.
doesn't really like him either, because
Right.
there's a text or something to Hunter's, I want to say sister or something like that. Ashley, I think it might be.
I was just going to say, maybe he wasn't a good father.
Well, no, there's a text
Creepy.
where he says, I hope that in the future, you know, I'll never take half of your money the way the big guy took half of mine. And
Yes,
you know,
yes.
you better consider making a lot of money, because if you're gonna take care of the bills like I have for the past one, you know, there's a lot of animus there that you can hear if you read into it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell that, you know, Joe's they're just really good at keeping it under the wraps. You know what I mean?
Low level.
Yeah.
Keeping it low.
It's kind of like the wife who gets beaten up and she doesn't want to say anything
quiet,
because
right.
she doesn't want to jeopardize, you know, the husband's an executive and she just doesn't want to jeopardize their place in society. It's a lot like that. Anyway,
They're two sad people.
yeah.
All of them are. The
It's a
whole
real
Biden's a very sad family.
It's a real shame.
Even from Jill on.
Now listen, you know what I was thinking?
All sad people.
I never do this, okay? I never do this. But
We never did. We
I
don't
was
do this.
I was thinking
We
about
don't.
showing you something really, really cool that I don't know if you've seen. And I'd like to get your
Advice on this.
no, not advice, your opinion.
Opinion, excuse me.
I'd like to get your opinion on it. Let's see.
Oh, this is great. You're kidding me?
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna bring something up now. All right, and you tell me what you guys think of this.
No, we're going way back, right?
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
60s.
Again, keep in mind that my equipment is shit, and hang on one second. I don't want you to have to see the advertisement. So let's see.
Now, just think.
Just give me
This
a
is
minute.
back
here.
what, the 60s?
Well, yeah, this was the '60s. So there was no CGI back then. Okay,
Nothing.
there was no CGI. There was just a Super 8 millimeter, or I think it was 16 millimeter and Super 8. Okay, so this is a famous martial artist named Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
And what you're going to see him do is you're going to see him play ping pong. Okay.
Which,
Now the person he's playing against, give him 1 second. I'm sorry, it's got to catch up. There you go. The person you see him play against is an Olympic ping pong player. Lee's has the nunchuck.
The boy is playing ping pong in this one.
Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? Well, it's not, because he's going to take out 2 of them in a minute.
He's a professional ping pong player.
Yep.
Wow. He's not even using a ping pong bat. Ha!
I thought you might get a kick out of that. There's another one where a person throws match heads in the air. He takes a match striker and he puts it on the bottom of a nunchuck, and a person throws the match heads in the air, and as he does it, Bruce Lee lights them. And they're just these little like pea-sized match heads off of like a wooden match.
Right, he gets it lit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Tell me this man ain't amazing.
Anyway, I think we hit all of our points today. Is there anything else you want to talk
Well,
about?
that's about it. Just people. That's it. Just be safe out there.
Yeah, listen, be safe, be happy. Listen,
Yeah, always smile.
life is really,
Right.
really, really short. Okay?
You ain't kidding.
And so is Hervé Villachez. No, I'm just kidding.
Ah.
Life is really short. You know, really try to enjoy it as much as you
Yeah,
can.
you live once, people.
And
You
here's
know
the
what you
deal.
can.
I'm just a little philosophy for you. Again, my grandmother. Shit's gonna happen, and things aren't always gonna be great. But you don't have to be mad in your approach to it. That's your choice. Okay.
Listen, everything that came our way, believe me. Huh?
Yeah, you gotta
All
just
right.
kind of. And
I'm
before we
going through hell
go,
right now.
before we go, as usual, listen. If you got any extra change, any extra time, volunteer, whatever. You know, Shriners, St. Jude,
Yeah.
Wounded Warriors, Ton of Towers, anything like that. Just make sure it's a really good charity, and you know, take a couple extra. You know,
About the Kerry Fund.
the Kerry Fund, yeah, John Kerry. No, just kidding. No, but seriously, just
Just
you know,
keep laughing and smiling, people.
throw a quarter every other day or something in a jar and send it. They really could use your help. And if you see those kids are just freaking amazing, man.
Right.
I wish
Listen,
I had half the heart they do.
Really, the best medicine out there is laughter, people.
We're out. Have a great day.
And weed.
All right, you ready?
Ah.
Say goodnight, Kerry.
Good night, Kerry.
Later.